Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Carrie and I talk about faith, family, and kids videos. Today's video is going to be all about how I look at the curriculum and translate that into real life.
What's there to say? There's nothing but space in between.
Alright, so for today, this is specifically going to be going over Abeka curriculum. So it's going to be explaining how Abeka curriculum works. If you don't have Abeka curriculum, there are still things in this video that you can use as ideas or inspiration to bounce off of for your homeschool. So I am on lesson 40 in this curriculum. The first thing that you'll see is phonics, and it says CKBD right here. That just means chalkboard / paper, and what that means is in case you don't have a chalkboard, you can just have a piece of paper that you and the child are working with on the table. I will say that having some kind of board, just like last time I pointed out, the easel that we have is awesome and this chalkboard is awesome. They are fairly cheap. It has this right here, which means I'm going to write those words up on the board. I have everything from yesterday's stuff still up, so I'll show you that real quick and then I will show you how I set this up. So the one exception would be that this is from 2 lessons ago. I'm doubling up today because we missed a day on writing. So yesterday with these, the 5-year-old had to tell me how many were in each group just by counting silently in his head. He did some practice eyes right here. That one was my favorite. This is just an extra art project that we did this morning. We're going to make Thanksgiving placemats out of it. So yeah, yesterday's lesson was pretty chill. I'm going to go ahead and erase what's on the board here. Take this down. I think this is actually from a couple lessons ago. And I didn't need the chalkboard yesterday, this side of the easel, so I just did take it down.
I'm alone. You're the only love that I've ever known. But we turn into
You'll notice that on every lesson plan for every single subject, the subject is here, then it has preparation, and then it has procedure. So the preparation is a part of it that you want to get done in like the day before, or the night before, whatever, the morning before even. But whatever your schedule is, like preparation is not stuff that you do in the moment, it's all stuff that you do beforehand. I don't think I talked about this last time, but I actually really prefer using soft chalk. It's technically supposed to be like an artist type chalk, but it works better than the hard chalks that you would find in the store, or like for sidewalk chalk or something like that. It's smoother, so when a child does practice his writing on the board, it's better. It's easier for you to get clean lines, and they don't make that awful scratching sound. So now, even though you are teaching cursive, outside of cursive, everything needs to be in print, since that's what the child is going to be mostly reading in, is print.
one more time, one more time. I should have told you that I loved you. One more time, one more time. One more time, I should have told you that I loved you every night. Oh, that's on my mind. I should have told you that.
So the next thing that you see is it says visuals, and then it says letter picture flashcards for all letters learned. So if you get the child kit and the parent kit, which is what I would recommend for Abeka if you're going to use them, you are going to have everything that the curriculum talks about in your kit. So these are the letter picture flashcards. And at this point in the curriculum, we've learned all the vowels. We've learned L, M, N, T, and B. So the next thing it says is blend letters in appendix. So I actually had my nanny family buy the big ones for me. The appendix is in the back of this book, or in the back of the curriculum, as you would expect. So these are the blend letters, and I'm guessing what you would do is just like either use them straight from the book or copy them and cut them out individually. Because I'm homeschooling 5 kids, it's a lot easier to have the big chart so they can see clearly and I know I'm going to be using these throughout the years. So next thing it says is procedure, and then it says warm-up/review. It then says letter picture flashcards, capital N, little n, capital B, little b, review name, sound, and picture. So this is how you would do that. So you would have your flashcards and you would say to the child, give me the name of this letter. And they should be able to tell you capital N. Now, I am homeschooling a 5-year-old with 4-year-old material and triplets that are 2 and a 1-year-old cousin. So for the 2-year-olds and 1-year-olds, I just ask them what letter this is, and I do teach them, like, good, it is N. It's capital N, and I have them repeat after me, but I don't like tell them it's wrong, or if we're playing a game, like I don't not let them play if they say N but just not capital N. But for the 5-year-old, he knows and he needs to know that this is capital N, so you'd ask for the name. You also want to work on the sound. So you can say, what does this letter say? And the child should be able to tell you. Now, a lot of times the child says b, b, b. So he says it 3 times. That's okay, because when we're saying the sentence, it goes capital B, little b. B says b as in bell. B says b, b, b. So because we say the sound 3 times at the end, and when we're first learning letters, that's how we do it, it's all right that he gives it to me 3 times. That does also just let me know that he knows the sound. And I know when it comes time to read, it will not actually be too hard to drop that off, since we go into blends. You saw with the blend ladders, they learn how to put the sounds together. And then it says to ask for the picture. The picture is what's on these alphabet flashcards, okay? So in this case, it would be the nest. So capital N, little n, N says N as a nest, N says N, N, N. Then you want the child to say, okay, what is the clue word, or what is the picture that goes with this letter? And that just is what that means. This next part says, letter picture flashcards. Place flashcards for all letters learned on table. Ask for a certain letter, like capital B. Child finds that flashcard, repeat. So what I do is I actually lay out all the cards along the bottom here. Now, in this case, in the curriculum, it does not give you a specific letter or letters to use. It just says letter picture flashcards. That means you're going to use the whole stack. And what I do is when I put them down there, then I will call on a child individually and say, come bring me capital B. And they go find capital B, they bring it to me. It gives them a chance to get out of their seat, get some wiggles out, so you could even do something like this with one child. And it still like accomplishes the same thing. This curriculum is designed to be like one-on-one and sitting at a table, but you want to give your child the best chance to do their best, meaning that you may need to incorporate some kind of transitions or some kind of exercise in the curriculum. At the top here I have a song, and that's because in between subjects I have them stand up and sing a song, and that helps with wiggles getting out too. So you can do that even with one kiddo. The next thing says teach N blends. So letter picture flashcards, N, review name, sound, and sentence. So we already went over that. How to do that. Letter picture flashcards for all vowels and N. Introduce sounding N blends. Basically, it's telling you to use the letter picture flashcards to teach the blends. Now, if you're using this curriculum, if you've gone so far in this curriculum, you'll know that it has you make a little train to teach the blends, and my kids love that better. But what you could also do is just go ne. Show them coming together to show the child that they are together. And I always have them say a blend is a consonant and a vowel put together and sounded together. It even actually tells you down here how to do it. So it says, in your right hand, hold up N card, having child give sound. Turn N card down, hold up A card in your left hand, having child give sound. Hold up N card, then A card, saying blend slowly to show how they blend together. So showing them one at a time and then together. And then basically you're doing what I'm doing. The very first time I taught a blend, I did it that way where I like hid one card, but they've done it now enough where they kind of get the idea. Then it says, have him say blend 3 times. Ah, na. And repeat with other 4 vowels. Then it goes in 2 directions for the blend ladder. It says point to N on blend ladders, having child give sound. Point to A right after N on blend ladders and cover N, have him give A's sound. So, same concept as the cards. They're wanting you to give it one at a time. So you're going to go ah, na. Again, I don't always cover it up now that they've got the hang of it. And then you're going to do the same thing for all of the blends. So anytime it says something in bold, that's something that you're going to actually say. So, or they like are suggesting that you say those words. So in this case it says, now let's see if we can sound the blends a little faster. Say what N says, say what A says, then say their sounds together quickly. Then, you notice the bold is done and it says lead child in saying sounds as they are blended together, repeating blend 3 times. Na, na, na. So the first time that you're introducing a blend ladder, that's exactly how I've been doing it. Since I don't do the whole covering up thing, they've gotten the hang of how it works. So we just start with na, 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 ne, ne, ah, na, 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 na. And they go through that the very first time that you introduce a blend ladder. I also like to give a name to whatever animal they have here and get them excited about it and say that you need to help this animal, this little chickie friend, whatever you want to use, learn their blends. And they get so excited about silly things like that. The last part of the lesson that you'll see is application. So a lot of times if there's not a paper to be done, you're not going to see this part. Or if there's not like a game to be done. So in this case, the things that I wrote on the board are going to be the application. So it says point to words and have child tell if N is at the beginning or end of word. As you say each word, child should listen for sound of N. As time allows, have him identify beginning consonant and vowel in words. So let's take a look at these words over here. So you're going to point to this word and you're going to say Bobby. This is the word tan. Do you hear N at the beginning or the end of the word? And he should be able to tell you which one. Now, I don't always point like that. I feel like it makes it kind of obvious and the child's not listening for the sound. They're just kind of looking at the word. I always try to stretch what I'm doing to see just how far along the child is. If they're not getting, if they don't really understand the concept of beginning and end, which the first time they did this exercise that was the case, then that's when I would use the pointing. So the next one you would say, this word is the word not. Do you hear N at the beginning or the end of the word? And then they would tell you. Then you want to move on, continuing to challenge them. So instead of saying the N sound, you're just going to say, this is the word pin. Does the letter N come at the beginning or the end? And then it says to even go further and say, all right, is this a vowel or consonant at the beginning? And what letter is it? And what does it say? All those things. You're basically prepping the child to read. That's what phonics is all about. The rest of the curriculum is fairly similar, but I will break it up into sections because I know that there are different things for each section. So this has been a phonics lesson. I'll do another category in the next video, and then I would love to answer any frequently asked questions that you have about this curriculum or about homeschooling in general. So please leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this. I hope I can give you a little bit of inspiration. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for me. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.
Would you have stayed if I had been honest with you from the start?